main body, and we're ready to make the hole that's going to become the cavity that will make this a functional object versus just a sculptural object. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the size of the hole that I'm hoping to cut. And it's always easier to draw it out first than it is to just go ahead and cut into it, because after it's cut into, it becomes a lot more fragile. You have that air pocket that's kind of keeping everything in place, but once we take this out, then there goes your sealed air pocket. Okay, so we're going to cut into it, following our line. All right, when we look inside, we're going to see that there's a seam. So we have to use some time and blend that seam together. So you can do that with a wood tool, you can do it with a sponge. So you want to wait till this is leather hard, because you'll notice that if it's not leather hard, it'll start to flatten out and spread. So once it's leather hard, then it'll stay the way you want it to stay. If it's not quite leather hard, you can always take this and put it down upside down on your board so that gravity doesn't work its magic on your project. Prop him up. Give the guy a fighting chance to live. Okay. Okay, as scary as this looks, that's not so scary. So yeah, the head fell off. Yeah, that's annoying, but it's definitely something that you can fix. So anyway, how we're gonna fix it is we're gonna score and slip this piece, score and slip this piece, and then we're going to attach them back together and prop them up with another piece of clay. So this clay prop is already like helping out quite a bit. See how the neck is being supported by this? After it's fired, we're not gonna have that as an issue anymore, but right now it's an issue. Okay, so here I go. Correct again. Okay, cool. We're not worried about that. made the clay, prop up the head. Now it's all on, I should get a bigger board so that I don't have to move this at all, and I will. But you get a bigger board, and now this is together until you will fire it. All right, so I got a lot bigger board, which was really good because otherwise my giraffe's head was flopping all over the place and the supports were falling off of the smaller board. So I got a bigger board. I've got 2 supports. This is what this little thing was made for, so that you don't have to move something that's really delicate around. So now I have my giraffe kind of propped up. I can see it from all the angles I need to see it from. And now I need to do something that's very important. So if you remember, clay can't have trapped air in it. So in here, that's all been hollowed out. So that's all trapped air. I scored and slipped it onto here, but just to be safe now, I want to, inside of this right here, inside of there, I'm gonna create a little hole so that the air that's from the neck can come out from the body. Now, I could obviously just poke holes in the neck this way, but it could get covered with glaze later on, or maybe I just don't want to see those holes, which that's more the case than anything. So right now I'm gonna cut a little hole right into here. So with my needle tool or a sgraffito tool, I'm gonna cut into this and create a little hole, a little pathway for the trapped air from the neck to come out. All right, that's not a cute hole, so I'm gonna kind of smooth it out, and I'm gonna make sure that that hole connects in by blending and smoothing it from the inside with my finger, like that. Okay, so that now has a hole. Now I'm not so worried about it blowing up in the kiln. Later on, I might put a hole like underneath right here, and then maybe in the face just to be really safe. But right now, I'm just gonna let it be. And that is now ready for some kind of legs to be added onto this. And then at the very end, that's when I'm gonna put my like very delicate ears and horns on.